The hair's almost long enough for a proper bun, and with the beard, you know, hopefully it'll look alright. Hey guys, my name is George, welcome back to my channel, and I don't know if you guys remember, but in November when I did my Movember video and I shaved my whole beard off, I told you guys, don't worry, I'll grow it back and I'll make a video about it. And this is that video. In my comments section, I've been seeing a lot of comments saying things like, oh George, your beard genetics are amazing, or I wish I could grow a beard like you, or just generally asking me to teach you guys how to grow a beard. The reality of the situation, guys, is that a lot of the ability that you have to grow a beard comes from your genetics, and luckily for me, I've got good beard genetics. Having said this, that doesn't mean there's no way of growing a beard. So in this video, I'm gonna try and teach you guys how to grow a beard if you can't already grow a beard. And as far as I know, these are the best methods, pretty much the only methods I trust. But if there's any more, please do let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about it. I think a good starting point is to ask yourself how old you are, okay? Because realistically, I know that at 15, 16, 17, you're desperate for facial hair to look like an adult, look manly, look great. But the reality is sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. I'm 22 years old for reference, and I luckily have had my beard for a long time, but a lot of my friends at the same age are only just starting to develop their beard. So it's one of those things, just be patient. I know it's not really the solution you want to hear, but it's probably the one that's going to give you the best results naturally. Another thing you might want to consider is, why do you want a beard in the first place? Is it because you're worried about your low testosterone levels? Well, in actual fact, having no facial hair isn't a real sign of low T. Basically, if you have no beard, don't be worried about having low T unless you have other symptoms of having low testosterone. If you do have other symptoms, then fixing that low testosterone problem could theoretically help you grow facial hair, but I wouldn't assume that you have low testosterone just because you have no facial hair. They're not as related as people assume they are. Okay, so this next one is kind of extreme. Most people will not ever do this, and it's quite new. But there is a procedure called beard implants, which is kind of like a hair transplant, but for your beard. You can do that, very, very expensive. Would I recommend it? Honestly, probably not. But if you've got enough money and you really care about having facial hair, then it could be worth looking into. Right, one thing I do not want you guys to do is to go online and just start looking for supplements that will help with your beard growth. The problem with these supplements that say that they'll help you grow your beard is that generally these supplements aren't bad, but they're not actually gonna help you grow a beard if you can't already grow one. It might help strengthen the beard that you already have, but in terms of growing new beard, I'm not so sure about that. Having said this, there are studies that show that vitamin D can activate hair follicles. So if you're gonna do anything at all in regards to supplements, try vitamin D, but yet again, it's quite unlikely. Okay, so the last little point I wanna bring up before telling you guys the main method to grow a beard, if you can't already grow one, is by looking at your general health. Reducing stress, eating healthy, not smoking, sleeping enough, taking care of your facial skin. All of these general health aspects do in fact make it easier to grow a beard if you can't already. So make sure before you try any of these further steps that you're actually already taking care of yourself in every other aspect, because it's one of those things that if you're unhealthy, then your hair growth is probably going to be quite unhealthy too, and you're not going to be able to. Okay, so the main way I can recommend growing a beard for any guy who can't do it naturally would be through using Minoxidil. Okay, so you can get Minoxidil over the counter in either the form of liquid or foam. So what does Minoxidil actually do? Well, Minoxidil increases the blood flow to the hair follicles, which in turn stimulates them and promotes growth. It's really as simple as that. There's obviously a lot that happens at a hormonal level as well, but really, I'm not gonna go too deep into that. You can do your own research. The only thing I will say is that there are quite a few possible side effects. Most of the time though, the main side effect that people will come across would be dry skin, in which case I'd recommend watching my skincare video because you really do not want dry skin. In fact, I'd even recommend you joining some forums. There's loads on Facebook and other places around the internet for other people who are doing it like you. That will help you at least learn what you're meant to be doing, the experience that others have had, and at least you can see if it's right for you or not. But generally speaking, minoxidil is the only thing that I really trust when it comes to beard growth from like an external source. So forget supplements, forget all that stuff, minoxidil. Though minoxidil is the only real way of growing a beard if you can't already grow one, in my opinion, there is a way of actually enhancing the effects of minoxidil by quite a substantial amount. And this is through something called microneedling. So a lot of you might have seen these derma rollers that you see on ads everywhere online. That's a form of microneedling, and they're okay. They're not bad, don't get me wrong. It is better to use them than to not use any at all when you want the most effectiveness out of your minoxidil. But actually, when you look into microneedling, there's a lot better forms of microneedling than just those normal derma rollers. So what is microneedling? Well, basically microneedling was originally kind of made for skincare. It's basically a bunch of small needles that prick the skin, and then that generates new collagen and skin tissue. In the context of growing a beard though, that means it stimulates the growth of the hair, but it also means that the absorption of the minoxidil will be so much greater, and therefore you can enhance the effects from the minoxidil as well. Like I said, this could be as easy as buying a derma roller, but if I had to recommend one that I've seen online, I'd recommend the Derminator 2, which is a single needle. It's a slightly more difficult process, but if you want the effects, then I'd go with that. And in fact, I've been talking about minoxidil and microneedling. This is for beards, but actually if you're losing hair on your head as well, it's great for that too. It's just generally hair around your face. So yeah, I would be careful with microneedling in terms of micro tearing though. That's why the derma rolling isn't quite as good, because over time, the micro tears, the micro abrasions in your skin will obviously not be good, but it's still better than nothing depending on your priorities. And if beard growing is one of your priorities, then it could be worth it. I've kind of covered briefly the things that I'd recommend when it comes to beard growth if you can't already grow a beard. But obviously this is something that you need to go off and do your research now. So you kind of heard the terms, you kind of heard what I've recommended. Go and look at forums, go and do plenty of other research with people, you know, who can tell you exactly what could happen to your body, this and that, side effects, whatever. But one thing I would like to say is I've got a couple of friends actually on minoxidil now, quite a few actually, and I'm sure one of them would be willing to make a video with me. So if you guys are really interested in hearing from somebody who actually has used minoxidil, because obviously I haven't, then I'll make a video about it. But let me know in the comments below. I wanted to finish off this video by saying, guys, if you've tried everything on this list, then don't worry about it, man. Like, it's really not worth worrying about. Like, what is the true reason that you want a beard anyways? Is it just because you want to look cool for yourself? That's probably the best reason for it. But if you're doing it because you think, you know, you don't look manly, or girls aren't gonna find you attractive, well, for starters, you can look manly in other ways. Go to the gym, get big, you know, stuff like that, or just act like a man. You don't need to have a beard to tell people that you're a man, do you know what I mean? Or if you are trying to be attractive, yet again, I mean, most girls don't really care as much as you think they do. Like, at the end of the day, make sure your reasons for wanting to grow a beard are the right ones. And just self-appreciation is much more important. Focus on the things that actually matter rather than superficial things that might not even make you happy once you have them. But you know, if you can grow a beard, great, man, join the club. I mean, I love having a beard, I think it's fun, but that doesn't mean it's that important, right? Anyways, guys, I appreciate that you watched this video. Please leave a like and comment as well. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will really try to upload more often. I know I'm a bit slow, but you gotta understand, I'm not really making money from YouTube, so I need to do other things as well. It's more of a hobby than anything, but I will try to upload more, the more people that come on board and start watching the videos. Follow my Instagram at George F. Lato. You know, I always say this in every video, but if you have any suggestions for videos that you want me to make, leave them in the comments. I'll probably make them eventually. I've got a little list of things that I'm gonna make. The hair, I've already showed you at the beginning, but it's growing. I got it in a bit of a bun, a bit different. Why not? Give it a try. And anyways, I don't know if you could hear this whole video. My sister's been playing loud music in the background, so do apologize about that. But I'll speak to you guys very soon, and peace.